one shot, Debbie. Oh my God, look, he's right over there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Beautiful buck. Man, he took forever to come in, didn't he?
He's gonna hang on. He's gonna hang on.
Man, what a beautiful bear. He's definitely over 300 pounds. He is a monster of a male. This week, we'll take you along with my wife Deb and I when we go after white-tailed deer in our home state of Pennsylvania. We start off our season with mid to late summer scouting, and we get to enjoy some nice bucks. You can hear that clicking sound in the background, and that's my wife taking pictures of this guy, and he just can't figure out what it is. We also get to see the newborns enjoying time out with their mom. We even scout in bad weather to see if the deer will still move, and they do. Turkeys seem to always be in the field when it rains. The mature bucks have already rubbed off their velvet, while the young ones didn't get into that mood yet. Now I have to admit, I did not expect to see this guy out in all this rain. Then this other little critter came running out while I was filming these two nice bucks. How about that for a 6-pointer? I was about to call it a day until this nice guy posed real nice. He might not want to do that in a few weeks. My first night started off with this young deer showing up first. Well, that's the first deer so far. I thought maybe we'd see more by now. I'm just hoping a doe comes in that's in heat, or estrus, whatever you'd like to call it, and brings a buck with her. Then as the field started to fill up with deer, this buck came out, posturing up towards a young buck. With his nose to the ground and licking, I knew what he was checking for. Then somehow, I think this buck knew he was safe from me, and he strutted right out in front of my blind. This buck came back one last time. The next day, the deer started out moving real early. From the marks on this young fella's side and limp, I think he might have messed with the wrong bigger buck. This stow was next to show up with a young button buck. Then as this last buck slipped away, I knew this is where I would bring my wife this evening.
Just got home from work, changed my clothes. My husband made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and we're out in the blind, ready to hunt.
The deer from the night before seemed to vanish until right before light was running out for my camera when this doe came out, and she was locked on something to our left. Then when I swung the camera to see what she was looking at, I spooked this buck. I'm sure he had seen me turn inside the blind.
Get your gun. Get your bow. Because it's staring at the other dude. I know. Pick it up.
Thankfully, this buck just could not leave this doe, and he came back out one more time.
Okay, how do I turn this thing off? Like, no, push the safety up. Up here. Yeah, push it up. Okay. 1. Yeah, behind the light or pin. 2.
Ooh, he went through him. He went through him. I'm not sure if it was low or not, but it went through him.
He just crashed.
Did he? Debbie, come here. Look up here. Right there. See the white body and the rack?
Yeah, I see it.
That's him.
Oh my God. I heard him crashing a bunch of sticks.
Beautiful buck, Deb.
I guess I put a good shot on him.
Yes, you did.
There you go. Oh my God.
How many do you have? 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Beautiful buck. Right behind the shoulder, huh?
Yeah, angled.
Yeah.
It was a nice angling shot. It went in actually on the other side and came out here. First buck ever with a Parker crossbow. Whoops, got some sticks in his mouth.
Well, you were right when you said you heard him crash.
Yeah, I did. He stood for like a moment, turned, ran, I heard the sticks, and then I heard it just crash. What a nice buck. I left work a little bit early today to come out and sit with my husband tonight. We sat in the blind. It was getting really late. I really didn't think we were going to see anything. Just enough light to see. And a doe came out in front of us to our right, and this guy was right to our left alongside of us. He kind of stood there a little bit, spooked a little bit, and ran up across the field, stood there, and then came walking back. But he was about 50 yards out. So I waited. He was standing there looking. My husband checked the yardage for me. I put the bow up, took the shot. I seen that Luminac lighted knock just go right through him. He stood, just turned, ran. I heard him some sticks crash, and just like that, it really crashed. And I thought for sure that he just went down. So we got out of the blind. It was too dark in the blind to do any kind of takes. You couldn't see because the light was really diminishing. And we walked over, found the arrow, walked in the woods just a little bit, went over about 40 yards up, just on a real slight angle. There he laid, in amongst all the trees. This is one of my kids calling, because I called him to tell I got a deer. My son, he got a deer earlier tonight. Hello?
Congratulations, Deb, on your first buck.